A-Town High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are about ready to get underway here in match number 2 of the sectionals. Sectional semifinal action here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. Happy to be here with you this evening as our first matchup might have been a stunner for some folks here tonight, as Williamsfield came in at 32-6 on the season. They end up falling here to Tremont as the Turks go to 21-17 on the season. Don't let that record fool you, though. This is a very, very talented Tremont team, and they are awaiting the winner of this matchup here in match number 2 as the Brimfield Indians set to take on the Orion Chargers here in what should be another high-flying matchup here of two teams trying to keep their season alive. And boy, I tell you, just coming off of the shock of that first one, you just did not see a result quite as stunning. It wasn't necessarily that Tremont won, it's just how they won, how dominant they looked against a Williamsfield team who I saw a few weeks ago. They were really, really good and very battle-tested, so you thought certainly they would respond. You were waiting for them to respond, and throughout the night, they just could not get anything going here. So, but again, it's going to be Tremont awaiting the winner of this matchup here tonight. Brimfield comes in with a record, according to Max Preps, which I don't think is entirely accurate because that's just not enough games. But they come in, according to Max Preps, with a record of 22-7. Regardless, they are a very good team as they come in winners of 5 in a row. They win the West Central Regional as they knocked off West Central, Knoxville, and then North Fulton in order to get here to Abingdon this evening. Orion comes in, the winner of their regional. Let me see which regional they were at. Let me see here, pull this up. They were the winner of the Putnam County Regional, and they come in in that regional, beating Ridgewood, St. Bede, and Putnam County, the host. 2 of those matches in 3 sets. So, I mean, you got Orion, who is very battle-tested, and this, I mean, it kind of rings very similar to our first match here of the evening. Orion with a 22-15 record, Brimfield at 22-7. Brimfield is one of the high powers in the state of Illinois when it comes to volleyball, and we'll see how this one plays out. Who knows, might get something very similar and see another shock here this evening. Starting lineups being announced. Brimfield starting it off here this evening. We've got number 23, Reese Legaspi, followed then by number 18, that is Brittany McGowan. Number 24 this evening, let me see, Claire Gillis. Number 16 is Anja Nelson. Number 4 is Avery Forney. And number 21 this evening is Jovi Chastain. There's your starting lineup for the Indians here this evening. Get ready for the starting lineup for Orion. They've got quite the names here on this list. The Orion Chargers coming in, again, a record of 22-15. So number 5 makes her way out there. That is Chloe Nelson. Followed then by what is that number there? Is that number 28? So that is number 28, Ellie Milky. Hopefully I said that right there. Mallory Pronshinsky, number 1. Apologies in advance if I mess up Mallory's name here tonight. Followed then by number 6, Ellie Nupp. Number 16 this evening is Sadie Apple. And then the libero here this evening, number 23, that's Delaney Tapscott. Quite the name list there for the Orion side. I can already tell I'm going to have some comments trying to correct me, and you know what? I'm all for it. Help me out with some of those names here, as I have my headset on, so I didn't quite hear the pronunciations of some of those here this evening. Feel free to get into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for here this evening, as we're about ready for some volleyball here, as our second matchup here tonight. It's going to be a good one. The Indians of Brimfield and the Chargers of Orion. Write down all my numbers right there. All right, we're good to go. Let's play some volleyball. First match in the book. Winner of this one will take on Tremont. Sectional championship game on Thursday, 6 o'clock, which we will have for you here on TSSR. All right, we get these starting lineups all squared away here as the libero comes in for the Chargers. Chargers will be in black. Indians will be in red. Handshakes have already taken place here tonight. And now we are just awaiting the opening service as the officials making us wait a little bit longer here. Big crowd still on hand. They got all the fans in the first match out. They've got all the fans in for the second match, and there's still a lot of them left over. We're going to have a loud house coming up on Thursday. I can't wait as we get ready to go here, as that's going to be off the block, and Brimfield going to start it nice and early. That's Reese Legaspi. Starts it off with an ace for Brimfield, and the Indians take a 1-0 lead here in the early going. Again, Brimfield, according to Max Preps here this evening, they come in with just a record of 22-7. I think there's matches on there that did not get reported on Max Preps. That one hammered down in front. And there's Orion with a quick response. Mallory Prashinsky. I think I got that. Mallory gonna pick up the kill though, and we're tied at 1. 1-1 the start. And coming in to do the service duties for Orion, that is going to be Kendall Filler, number 2. Her first time into this matchup. That one dug out, but a whistle and a violation over the line there. So that's going to be another point here for the Chargers. A 2-1 start, excuse me. Scoreboard a little slow to update there, so there we go. We're back up and running now. Service comes in for Orion. And that one tapped over, goes towards the middle. And a little love tap over, tapped right back for Brimfield. As that one tapped in front. Good battle going in this one towards the back corner. That one goes out of play. Good effort by number 21. That is Jovi Chastain. But it's a 3-1 start for the Chargers. The Chargers of Orion. Winners of this one will take on the Turks of Tremont. As the far side it goes. That one off the block and down to the floor. Number 16, Angel Nelson for Brimfield picks up the kill. The Indians now with a 3-2 deficit. Indians with both kills here this evening. Libero for this evening for Brimfield is number 2, and I don't have a number 2 on my roster. All righty then. If anybody from Brimfield wants to help me out, number 2, that one stays in somehow, some way. Orion. I believe that was Claire Haars, number 7, with the kill. First time seeing her in this match. And Haars will pick up the 4th point of the match for the Chargers. But yeah, if anybody from the Brimfield side wants to help me out, number 2, the libero here this evening, would much appreciate it. There's a nice play there in front of the net. Indians make it 4-3. Good back and forth here in the early going. I might have been wrong on that number, by the way. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard. I got the scoreboards backed up a little bit, or backwards. Where the home team would usually be, they've got the road team. So it's just kind of a figure it all out kind of thing, as that one goes out of play, as Ashlyn Vaughn, number 7 for Brimfield, serves that one out of play. 5-3 the score here in the early going. Good to have you with us. We'll be here for that sectional championship game coming up on Thursday night. Who will be taking on Tremont? That's what we're trying to find out. As that one goes to the far side, a little push over. And there's right in front of the net, I should say. Good block there, keeping that one in play. Sends it over near side. Might have been a little too far, but still somehow getting it to go. Layla Herseman, excuse me. Layla Herseman for Brimfield. And now number 16, as Angel Nelson will come in and serve it up, 5-4. It's been all Orion here in the early going. They've led the entire way. Battle in front of the net, can't get it over. That's gonna be 4. Oh, wow, I thought that was, I lost track. That was 4 hits. Nope, I did not lose track. 6-4 our score. 6-4 here, our score. As the Chargers of Orion with the 2-point lead. Their lead has been 1-2 throughout this first set so far. 10 points in. As the service back over the net on the return. As that one smacked in front. Good block there in front by the Indians. Near side. Back over the net it goes, and just a little wide. Layla Herseman, a little too much on that one, and that'll give the Chargers their biggest lead here in the set. 7-4 our score early. Number 6, Ellie Nupp will serve it in for the Chargers as we're back underway. Setting it up there towards the middle. A nice play there. Got to get it back over the net. Wow, that one caught the Indians off guard there. That was number 16, Angel Nelson. I don't think she thought that one was coming for her, but ends up with a double hit, and it'll be 8-4. These two teams, I don't believe they've played one another in the season. I'd have to go back to their schedules and find out. I can do that here in just a little bit. As this battle in front, dug out nicely by the Indians, it ends up going over the net. Chargers have to send it back across. Brimfield will set it up. That one hammered down, nicely done. In front of the net, that's Ava Forney. Number 4 for Brimfield, her first kill of the night. And now coming in, number 3 for the Indians, and that is, I don't have a number 3 on my roster either. What in the world is going on here? All right, 8-5 our score. I'll get that number for you here, hopefully, before the end of the match. Got a couple numbers that we're missing here. Oh, that one dug out nicely by Brimfield. That one goes to the far side. Indians will set it up as they send it to the far side. That one, a violation. 2 hits on that one, and it's 9-5. They gave us one roster here for both sides, but they didn't give us their backup numbers in case they don't wear those numbers. Number 3 is Jenna Lewis, according to Kristen in the comments. Appreciate you there, Kristen. Says it's Kristen's niece. Appreciate you joining us there in those comments there for the Indians. So that is Jenna Lewis. I'll write that down on my sheet here when I get the chance. 9-6 our score. Orion smacks that one off the block, but it's saved. Ends up back over on the Orion side. Good battle here between these two as that one hammered. Did that one get touched? We've got a whistle. It did get touched. And Kristen helping me out with number 16. That's Anya. That's kind of what I was wondering. Anya Nelson. So appreciate those help. Hey, any more help you got there, Kristen? Help me out. First time seeing both these sides here tonight, but happy to do it. I'm happy to be corrected because I'm not perfect. As that one blocked in front. Nicely done, though, as it goes off the block and out of play. As for Orion, that'll go out. That's Ellie Milky picking up her first kill here tonight. Number 28. Every time it feels like Brimfield might be able to start a run here, the Chargers just take the momentum back. And wow, somehow able to get that one saved. Did they get it across? as the officials say no, they do not get it across in play. 11-7. 11-7 our score here in the early going as the Chargers and the Indians looking to punch their ticket to a sectional championship. As this one set up, that one off the top of the block, saved there by the Chargers. And then that one in front, blocked in front, but it goes down on the Brimfield side. Picking up another kill for Orion, number 28, Ellie Milky. She's got 2 kills here in the early going. 12-7, biggest lead here in set number 1 for the Chargers. They've led the entire way. Sets it up, that one back across. Tapped over on 2. Brimfield was ready for it. The Indians setting it up, going to the near side. That one hammered but too far. Milky not able to get that one into play. 12-8 our score. As the Indians will look to rally back here. Number 23 is Reese Legaspi. And Legaspi will send that one in here for the Indians, and we're back underway. That one blocked in front. Indians will set up their offense. Number 24, able to get that one in for the first time. That's Claire Gillis. 5 different players on Brimfield's side with a kill here this evening. Again, first one for Claire Gillis. Nobody has more than 1. There's a service ace, though, as the Indians look to make their way back into this set. As that one goes out of play, a service ace for number 23, Legaspi. So give her that ace. She's got an ace and a kill here this evening. 12-10 our score. That one blocked in front, nicely done by the Indians, as that is number 18, Brittany McGowan with the block. No fear in her. She stood right in front of that one and pushed it right back down to the floor. 12-11, Legaspi serving for the tie. Gotta feel like the Chargers would call a timeout if they're able to, if Brimfield's able to tie this thing. That one blocked in front. Trying it again towards the far side. As that one off the block, dug out nicely by the Indians. This one's got to go over. It does. Swinging away, that one off the top of the block. We got a whistle. We got a point going to Orion. A violation there in front. Didn't see what the call was, but the you can't do that chance. We got the student section for Orion off to the far right here this evening. The Brimfield student section to my far left, but they're on the far side of the court here this evening. 13-11 our score, as that one out of play. That was close. I can tell you, they got us a new position here at 8-10. Usually we're right at the middle of the court, but being where we're at here tonight, more so towards the Brimfield bench, we can kind of see those in and out plays. Now the far side of the court, we're kind of screwed. So we got a whistle and a quick point for the Indians. And we are tied at 13. The Indians have wiped away a 4-point deficit. What a battle here in the early going. As Brimfield will serve that one into play. We got a whistle. I think the officials are going over something. Talking to the Orion head coach currently. She's looking for a ruling on something. I don't know what the conversation was, but it looks like everybody's happy. 13 all. Our score. No points given, so we'll try it again. Don't know what that conversation was all about. But the service back in, and we're back underway. As that one comes to the near side, that one blocked in front nicely by the Indians. But the Indians have got a lot of momentum cooking here, looking for their first lead here in this set, as that one goes towards the middle. Nice play there in front of the net, tipped over towards the corner. It goes down, and the Indians, Anya Nelson, will pick up the kill, and we got a whistle and a timeout. The Indians have stormed back. They take a 1-point lead. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call here at A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois, a sectional semifinal as the Brimfield Indians taking on the Orion Chargers here this evening. Off to a good start here in the early going. Appreciate you guys joining us here this evening. Again, feel free to get into the comments. Kristen's been helping me out with some names here this evening. Still don't know the libero for Brimfield, so if somebody on the Brimfield side wants to help me out there. Number 2 for Brimfield. Don't have the name because the roster doesn't have the alternate number that she uses, so I would appreciate the help as that one is hammered down out of the timeout. Orion going to get a big response there. That is Ellie Knupp. Her first kill here tonight, and I don't think that's the last we'll see from Ellie. The junior for the Chargers. Head taller than everybody else on her side. And she'll tap that one right down, and she'll pick up another quick one. Ellie Knupp with back-to-back points, back-to-back kills. And out of the timeout, the Chargers on a 2-0 quick burst. And they lead it now 15-14. As the service comes in. Over to the far side. Chargers setting it up. There's Knupp again. That one, though, too far on the near side. And I do have an answer for you here. Thank you to Angel. That is, all right, let me see if I find that name there for me. Josie Wewell. There we go. And if I'm saying that name wrong there, Angel, please help me out. I appreciate it. Service comes in, and we're back underway here, tied at 15. As there's Knupp. Can't get that one to go into the net. And the Indians now with a 1-point lead. Biggest lead they've had is 1. It's been all Orion here. Biggest lead they had, I believe, was 5 at one point. It was 4 for sure. Nice serve right there, just over the net. Scrambling are the Chargers, but they're able to save it across. Sending it up and hammering that one down. My goodness, Ava Forney. Josie Wewell, thank you there again to Angel in the comments as Brimfield. Ava Forney gonna pick up the kill, her second kill here tonight. And the service coming in by number 7, Ashlyn Vaughn for the Indians. And right there in front, what a nice play there as Orion, number 16, that is Sadie Apple, her first time getting on the score sheet tonight. 5 different players with a kill for Orion. 5 different players with a kill for Brimfield here tonight. These two teams are stacked. And we're going to be in for a good matchup here. A trip to the sectional championship on the line as that one served in. As that one pushed to the middle, we got a whistle. I think running into the net is going to be the call. Anya Nelson going to get called for that. So 17 all now the score. (17-17) as Orion's number 7, Claire Hars, serves it in. Nearly got an ace on that one, but Forney's going to send that one in. That was close to dropping into play. But it goes out, and the Chargers scored 3 in a row after trailing by the biggest deficit that they've seen so far here in this first set, 17-15. They've scored 3 in a row. They lead it 18-17. That one back into play and sending it across. That one off the top of the block. It goes down to the floor. Anya Nelson again will pick up another kill, her third kill here tonight for the Indians. Scoreboard a little slow to update here. What's going on? Why are we not working? There we go. And now after that kill, Anya will go to the line and she'll serve it up. Just right over the net. My goodness. That's a good serve right there. There's Nupp. And that was way too easy for Ellie Nupp. It goes down to the floor. The junior hammers it to the floor. She's got 3 kills. Orion back in front by 1. 19-18 our score. And Nupp will come in and serve it up. Indians setting up their offense. Forney towards the near side, and what a good call there. I don't think the Chargers were expecting that. A nice play by Ava Forney. Her third kill here tonight. Tied at 19. Serving it up here, number 3, Jenna Lewis. And swinging away, that one near side, it's out of play. Close to making that one count is Ellie Milkey. But 20-19, Brimfield with the lead. They lead it by 1. Setting it up. That one towards the near side. It's out of play. Chargers now tie this one up. 20-20 our score. Number 23, the libero this evening, Delaney Tapscott, the senior for Orion, will serve it in. The score tied at 20 here, first to 25. As that one into the net. A mistake there for Layla Hirscheman. We got a whistle, we got a timeout. Brimfield doesn't want this one to get away from them. They've fought all the way back. They've taken the lead on a couple of occasions, but we've got a close one. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Sectional semifinal number 2 here tonight, as the Brimfield Indians taking on the Orion Chargers. I gave the point to the wrong team there just a moment ago. Orion with a 1-point lead. So apologies there for the mix-up. Orion with a 1-point lead, first to 25 here, so every point very crucial in a match this close. And a night and day difference compared to our first match of the night here, where Tremont awaiting the winner of this one. That one absolutely smoked by Anya Nelson. She is roaring here in the early going as Anya takes her 4th kill here tonight. We're tied at 21. Jovi Chastain, 21, serving it up here. Student section's really starting to get in this one. Off the top of the net and down to the floor. What a play there by Chastain. Jovi Chastain with the first ace of the night and a quick timeout in response for Orion. Back-to-back points for the Indians, and we'll keep it here. Why not? We're almost to the end of the set. Of course, I say that, and we might have one of those sets where this just feels like you're going to get some extra volleyball here. You know, first to 25, but you got to win by 2. And I feel like you could be pushing 30 with how closely contested this first set has been. Back and forth, what a battle between the Indians and the Chargers here. Again, the winner of this one will take on a force in Tremont, who handled Rova Williamsfield in dominant fashion in our first matchup earlier this evening. As Jovi Chastain will serve that one in, and it goes off the fingertips of Orion. I don't think Orion was trying to serve that or hit that one, but back-to-back aces for Chastain, and it's suddenly 2 points away from the end of the set for Brimfield. Jovi Chastain once again serving that one in, but Chargers are able to get it. They got to scramble to get this one over, though. Sending it over to the near side, tapped over. Tapped over on 2 for Orion. That one blocked in front, nicely done by the Chargers. They needed a response there. Good block. Trying to see who was there for Orion. I believe it was Mallory Pronshinsky. She was one of them there, and then also number 28, Ellie Milkey. And then the serve goes into the net. Not what you want in a closely contested first set like this, and now it's set point for the Indians. They'll serve. Number 23 is Reese Legaspi. Gaspi gets that one in, nearly got an ace on it. Back over the net it goes. The Indians will set up their offense. Anya Nelson in the corner, ends the first set. She picks up another kill, Anya Nelson. What a first set, she finishes with 5. 25-22 our first set. What a battle between these two. We're back for the second in just a moment. Keep it here, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When I walk in and talk to my patients, I like my patients first and foremost to feel comfortable. I like to keep it real with them. I like them to know that I'm there to listen to them and to help them understand some of the processes that they may be going through. The most rewarding aspect that I feel with caring for patients is when those patients come back in and they tell me how much better they feel for something that I have helped them accomplish in their healthcare.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as our first set comes to an end as the sectional semifinal, as the Brimfield Indians come back. They were down by as much as 4 in that first set early on, but they come roaring back and get the job done. So now they take a 1-0 lead, best of 3. But this Orion team, and how battle-tested they are to this point, they are not going anywhere. This is going to be one heck of a second set and possibly a third set for a trip to the sectional championship, where Tremont, the Turks of Tremont, await the winner of this one after a dominant performance against Roval Williamsfield here this evening, 25-10, 25-18. No, those are not typos. That was the final score, especially that first set. I think it's just that first set just caught so many people in this gymnasium off guard in that first one. So Tremont, they've got all things cooking for them. Set number 2 about to get underway here between the Indians and the Chargers, though. Two battle-tested teams that have not faced one another at all this season. So the Indians wearing red, the Chargers wearing black here this evening. And Jovi Chastain will come in to serve it up here. And the Indians will start with the service here, set number 2. We are underway. Chastain, as that return goes over the net. Chastain in front. Back underway we go here as that one battles. Now that one goes to the far side. And that is going to be a nice play for Orion. That's Ellie Milkey. She ends up with her 3rd kill here tonight. She's got 3. Her teammate Ellie Knupp has 3. For Brimfield, the leader's Anya Nelson. She's got 5 to lead the way. Chastain sends it over far side, right down the middle. What a play there by Reese Legaspi. She'll pick up her 2nd kill of the night. Ava Forney's got 3 kills for the Indians as well. 2 kills, as I mentioned, for Legaspi there a moment ago. Service then goes into the net for the Indians, and it's 2-1. Let's get the score correct here as Indians got off to that 2-0 start. Scoreboard a little finicky here with me tonight, so bear with me. Service goes in, sending it across. There is Nelson. A little one-handed tap over, dug out nicely by Orion. Knupp taps it over, gets it down to the floor. As I said in an earlier match I did this evening, not all your hits have to be the hardest you can go. Some of them like that. Little love tap, just push it over. I got my score mixed up here because I'm still mixed up with where they've got both sides here. 3-2 now the score as the Chargers with the lead, and now Brimfield will come in and do the serving. Josie Wewell, she'll serve it in. She's got a good serve right over the top of the net. One barely got across. And then Orion has trouble getting it over on 3. They end up with 4 hits. The Indians have tied this thing at 3. 3-3 the score as Wewell serves it in for the Indians. Over to the far side, hammering that one. Did she keep it in play? No, she did not. Again, we got extra officials on the floor here this evening. That was Orion's number 16, Sadie Apple. Indians with a 4-3 lead. As we wait for something, but now we're right back and ready to go here. 4-3. Good to have you with us here tonight. Knupp will send it over for Orion. Brimfield sets up their offense right in front, off the top of the block, somehow dug out by the Chargers. Knupp gets that one back across. Swinging away, Anya Nelson has that one dug out by the Chargers again. Nelson thought about it. Instead, she just taps it over and punched across for Orion. Little tap down, nice play for Brimfield. It's Ava Forney. Number 4 picks up her 4th kill. And the Indians lead it 5-3. Josie Wewell serves it in for Brimfield. Over to the far side, that one pushed across for Orion. Into the corner, sends it a little wide. Should be 5-4 on the scoreboard. They've got 6-3 on the scoreboard now, but they'll fix that. I think the official on the near side saw the score, and they will eventually change that. Should be 5-4 Indians. And the service will go over to the Chargers, as that makes the Orion crowd rather happy. Got to be on your toes here in this one as that one served in. Almost awkwardly. And then into the net. One of the few mistakes she's made tonight, Anya Nelson. We're tied at 5. Neither side can get on much of a hot streak. Just 2 very evenly matched teams battling it out for a trip to the sectional championship. That one nearly hit the basketball hoop as that one is tapped across by the Indians, setting it up. And the Chargers will pick up the kill as Orion, that's number 3, Avery Nichols, First time saying her name here tonight. She's going to get on the stat sheet with her first kill. 6-5. Chargers now take the 1-point lead. As that one served. Oh boy, that is trouble. That one had some steam on it for Orion. That's number 7, Claire Harse. See if they give her an ace. They don't. It's close. It's very close to an ace. I think if you got a generous scorekeeper, they might give that one an ace. But Harse serves that one in. Back across it goes. Swinging away is Nup. It's blocked though in front. What a battle we've got, and then a whistle and a violation, and the Chargers out to their biggest lead here in this second set. They lead by 3, 8-5. Eight to 5 the score as Harse gets that one back in. Swinging away, that one blocked in front, but off the block and down to the floor. The Indians will pick up the kill. It's Claire Gillis. She's got 2 here tonight for Brimfield as the Indians look to climb their way back in. They climb their way back in, trailing by 4 at one point in set number 1. Exciting stuff here in this match as Ashlyn Vaughn serves it in for the Indians. A battle in front of the net, able to get it in are the Chargers. Little tap over. Chargers, Nup, little tap over the block. Scrambling are the Indians. Wewell gets it across. Tapped at the net and down to the floor. Anya Nelson does it again. If you don't know the name Anya Nelson, she is making a name for herself here tonight. 6 kills for the Indians. It's now a 1-point lead for the Chargers. Indians trying to fight their way back. Vaughn serves it back in. Awkwardly off the hand of the Chargers. Nup tries to get it over, but can't get it over the net. It's a 3-0 burst. After trailing 8-5, the Indians are back. 8-8 now the score. Vaughn, her service comes in again. Chargers setting up their offense. Nup towards the middle. Nicely done. A good response for the Chargers. And they go to Nup. That'll be her 5th kill tonight. 9-8 our score. Scoreboard didn't put that on her stat line, but I'm going to give it to her. Argument can be made, I suppose, but Nup then sends it into the net. And we're tied at 9. Back and forth we go. Anya Nelson will come in, number 16. 6 kills, tonight for the Indians. And that one had, wow, what a serve. Anya Nelson will pick up her first ace here tonight. Brimfield has got 4 aces this evening. And it's now 10-9. Man, watch out. You get in the way of that one. That's going to cause some damage. Orion, to their credit, tried to, as that one goes way out of play. That would not end well, though, if I stood in front of one of those. Let me just say that. The beating that these girls take from the volleyball is just, I don't know how these girls do it sometimes. That one towards the back corner, it goes out of play. Last touch by the Indians. I know I couldn't do it. I definitely give credit to these ladies in the sport of volleyball. Did you?
Yeah, middle school.
All right. Sets it up. Over into the corner. Sending it too far is Ava Forney. So back-to-back plays where they try to get that one on the line, but unable to do so. And it's back to a 2-point lead here for the Chargers. Chargers really aren't doing all that much on offense. They're just letting Brimfield make the mistakes, but there's a good block there in front defensively. And then that one blocked again. Setting it up. That tapped over towards the middle, down to the floor, but it is saved, and it goes out of play. Who was it touched by? Last touched, they say, by the Indians. That was close. Looked like the Chargers might have touched it, but the officials all say it goes out of play. Last touch by the Indians. 13-10. As that service towards the middle. Swinging away, that is Anya Nelson. Far side, pushing it towards the middle. Battle in front of the net. Nice dig, but it ends up hitting the official's post. And the Chargers trying to rally to get this second set. They need it in order to keep their season alive. 14-10, their biggest lead here in set number 2. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. Here from A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. First set of this match going to Brimfield, but Orion trying to fight their way back and force a third and final set. In our sectional semifinal number 2. Winner of this one will take on Tremont, the Turks, into the sectional championship. We'll have that one for you, 6 o'clock on Thursday evening. That is a very talented team. Don't let their 21-17 record fool you. That is a good serve there out of the timeout, and Orion is rolling right now. This thing was tied at 9. It is a 6-1 run for the Chargers, and that might be a service ace. I'll have to go back and look there, but number 23 for Orion, as there is Anya Nelson trying to end this run. Forney will get it down to the corner. Nicely done by the Indians. Ava Forney. I'll give her an ace. So 15-11 now is the score. Scoreboard doesn't have it as an ace. I don't care. Service goes in, and that one high into the rafters, off the basketball hoop. This one's got to go over. Does go over by the Chargers. A nice response. Over to the near side. Blocked in front, but it goes off the block and out of play. Wow, they say a violation in front on the Indians, and the Chargers will get the point after all. I don't know what the call ended up being there, but it ended up working to the Chargers' advantage. They're back up by 5. This is the biggest lead by either side in this match. It's been a very closely contested match between the two. Sending it over, and that one sent across by the Indians. The Chargers setting up their offense off the block. Swinging away. Battle in front of the net, trying to save it. But a good battle there in front, won by Brittany McGowan. 16-12. Chargers with the 4-point lead. But into serve it. It was her service game in the first set that really turned things around. Jovi Chastain. She'll try to serve the Indians back into this one, trailing by 4. Scrambling a little bit here are the Chargers, but Nupp sends it across. And then a miss hit right there for the Indians, number 23, Reese Legaspi. A miss hit on that one makes it 17-12. Excuse me. In for Orion, number 2, that's Kendall Filler serving it in. Over towards the middle, tapped across. And Nupp will get it across for the Chargers. Swinging away off the block. Into the rafters this one goes. And that one hammered down to the floor. Claire Harse, her second kill of the night for the Chargers, and their lead continues to grow. It is 18-12. A 9-3 run dating back to this one being tied at 9. Oh, and then just out of position on that one are the Indians. It's a service ace for Kendall Filler, the sophomore for Orion. She's got an ace. That's the second ace of the night for the Chargers. And their lead continues to grow, 19-12. And then the service goes out of play, so the Indians catch a break. 19-13 will be the score, and the Indians will go to the serve. Reese Legaspi trying to get the Indians back. Wanting to take care of things in 2 sets. Orion trying to send this to a third and final set. Swinging away, that's Anya Nelson. And there's Nupp towards the middle. Nice dig right there. Anya Nelson, did she get that one in? She did. Oh, what a play by Anya Nelson. Add another kill to her night. 19-14, and Nelson currently sitting with 7 kills. 5-point lead for the Chargers. Legaspi serves that one in. Nupp will punch that one to the far side. Did it stay in? No, it did not on the near side. Out of play, the Indians score another. 19-15 the score. Legaspi will serve that one back in. Up and swinging away is Nupp again. Over to the far side, Anya Nelson is blocked in front. What a play there for Orion. It's Claire Harse and Mallory Pronshinsky. 20-15, the Chargers with the lead. Orion trying to win this set. They're 5 points away from doing so. Back over the net it goes by Wewell. Over to the far side. Swinging away, Anya Nelson. Dug out nicely by the Chargers. A tap over on 2. What a save. What a battle going this point. As it's tapped right down. In front, it's Sadie Apple, number 16 for Orion. Her second kill of the night. 21-15. Number 1, Mallory Pronshinsky. And that one pushed across. Got to get this one over. And somehow the Chargers are able to do it. Sending it near side. Dug out nicely by the Chargers. Nupp off the top of the block. As that one tapped right over and down to the floor. A nice play by Anya Nelson. She psyched everybody out on that one. Anya Nelson, her 8th kill of the night. It's 21-16. Josie Wewell in to serve it in for the Indians. Nupp, that one off the block. It goes out of play. Last touched by the Indians. So Nupp will pick up another kill for the Chargers, her 6th. It's a 6-point lead. Just 3 points away from a third and final set. In to serve is Claire Harse. Harse over to the far side. Anya Nelson trying to get that one down, and she will get that one down for the Indians. Anya Nelson adding to her stat line. Another kill gives her 9 on the night. 22-17 our score. And the Indians will turn to number 7, Ashlyn Vaughn. She'll come in and serve it up as the Indians trying to rally back. 22-17 the score. As that one in front, it goes out of play. A little out of position maybe on that one, Sadie Apple. 22-18. Ashlyn Vaughn. She'll get that one into play. Over to the far side. Indians able to dig it out. Setting it up for Nelson. Pushes that one towards the near side. Nupp hammers it, but it is blocked in front nicely by the Indians. This one got to go over. It does. A little tap over, a good block in front, and the Indians end up out of position. Down to the floor it goes, and the Chargers 2 points away. (23-18), Orion with a 5-point lead. Service comes in over to the far side. Anya Nelson pushes it across. Chargers hammers it down into the corner. Claire Harst does it again. She's got 3 kills tonight. We got a whistle. We got a timeout. We'll keep it here since end of the set potentially on the way. What a battle this has been. Neither team has led. This is the biggest lead that we've had in this match, a 6-point lead either way. Chargers with a 6-point lead looking to get this thing to a third and final set after the Indians win the first set 25-22. Winner of this one will take on Tremont in the sectional championship. Brimfield wants it to get done in 2 sets, but they're going to have to go on one heck of a run in order to keep this one the potential for a 2-set match. Otherwise, they're going to have to get it done in 3. While Orion trying to come in and win 2 in a row and steal the spot in the sectional championship. From A-Town High School, 24-18. Service comes in for the Chargers. And it's going to be a service ace to end things here in set number 2, as that is going to be Ellie Nupp getting the job done with her first service ace here in this match. 25-18 our score. We go to a third and final decisive set. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back, TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we get ready for a third and final set in our sectional semifinal number 2 here from A-Town High School, as the Orion Chargers come racing back and beat the Brimfield Indians there in the second set, 25-18. And the winner of this one will take on the Turks of Tremont, who are awaiting the victor. Sectional championship game Thursday night, 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on TSSR. We're very excited to do just that. Appreciate Reed Kelso for having us here, the AD for A-Town High School. I know folks back on both fan bases very excited to get to watch this if they weren't able to make the trip here to Abingdon here tonight. That's what we're here for at TSSR. We've got some action, playoff action football-wise, and 8-man football coming up later this week we're pretty excited about. Talk more about that at the end of the stream here. But we've got more action right now in the world of volleyball. A match on Thursday. Who's it going to be? And we know it'll be Tremont. Will it be the Indians of Brimfield, or will it be the Chargers of Orion? One set to figure it out. First to 25. 25-22, Brimfield wins set number 1. Set number 2 goes to the Chargers 25-18. That 7-point win, that 7-point margin in that second set is the biggest deficit either team has faced in this one. So it has been very closely contested. As we get both of the lineups back out there on the floor, the officials are making sure all the lineups are good to go. Brimfield under the leadership of McKenna Weaver. Orion under the leadership of Sydney Adams. Very good teams trying to punch their ticket into the championship. Been a good crowd here so far. Back underway, set number 3 from A-Town High School as the Indians push that one across by Anya Nelson. Battle in front, right at the net. It is down and in play. Orion's Mallory Prashinsky. She'll pick up the kill here tonight, her second. As Prashinsky gives the Orion Chargers a 1-0 lead. That service comes into play here, setting it up. That one blocked in front. Nicely done by the Chargers. Everything since about the midpoint of the first set has been all Chargers. Second set was 9-9. Orion kind of took control of things after that. And a 2-0 start here in the early going. As the Chargers, Anya Nelson for the Indians trying to end that run. And we got someone taking a spill on the floor. Good block in front by the Indians. And she's fine. I don't know how she's fine, but she's fine. She literally fell on her face, it felt like. I don't know how she's able to get up and shake that one off, but she is much stronger than I am, that's for sure. Jovi Chastain serves that one. As that one right down to the floor, out of play. Mallory Prashinsky starting to get hot here as it's a 3-1 start. Chargers leading this one, first to 25. Up to 3 kills for Prashinsky. Over to the far side, here's Anya Nelson, and she said enough of that. Anya Nelson has got 10 kills tonight for the Indians. She was a little quiet there in the second half of that second set, but she certainly made her name known in set number 1. 3-2 our score as Brimfield serving it up there. Josie Wewell serves that one out of play for the Indians. Chargers with a 4-2 lead. All right, serving it up here. Prashinsky off the top of the net. Nearly got an ace on that one, off the block. Chargers will set up. There's Nupp towards the far side. Now to the near side, and able to keep that one in. A nice response there, Claire Gillis. She picks up her 3rd kill here tonight. Oh, but they say a violation, excuse me. Nope, the Indians, I was gonna say, they originally put 5-2 on the scoreboard, and now it's 4-3. Boy, the Indian fans did not like that. They are keeping that scorekeeper on their toes here tonight. It's in to serve it up. Ashlyn Vaughn here this evening. Vaughn for the Indians. That is a beautiful serve. Nearly hit the floor on that one. Nice effort Another a good dig right there. Anya Nelson back across for the Indians. Swinging away off the top of the net, off the top of the block. This one got to go over for the Indians towards the far side. Swinging away is Nupp. A battle in front, that goes out of play. Leading her just a little too far. 5-3 the score. Indians leading the Chargers, or excuse me, the Chargers leading the Indians, I should say. As in to serve it in, Claire Harse, number 7 for Orion. Gets that one in. Over to the far side, Anya Nelson. Boy, she is going to fill up that stat sheet here tonight. She is trying to do everything she can to keep the Indians in this one. 11 kills here tonight for Anya Nelson. 5-4, and now Nelson will come in and do the serving duties. She does have an ace here tonight. Nelson serves that one in. We're back underway here. A 5-4 lead for the Chargers. Ooh, struggling to get that one over. And then that one awkwardly off the hands of the Indians. And it lands on the floor. Chargers lead 6-4. Not exactly how you draw it up, but you'll take it nonetheless. Six to 4 the score as the service, oh, right into the corner. Nicely done by Ellie Nupp. And she'll pick up her second ace here tonight. 7-4, Chargers with the 1-point lead, or the 3-point lead, excuse me. Nupp serves that one in. Indians will set up their offense, swinging away and right down to the floor. A good answer by Reese Legaspi. Legaspi with her third kill here tonight. 7-5 our score. And now coming in to do the serving duties, Jenna Lewis. Haven't said her name much here tonight as we got a whistle and a violation on the Brimfield side. 8-5. And it's first to 25 here in this do or die third set. 8-5 the score. The libero here this evening for Orion, number 23, Delaney Tapscott, serves it in. Oof, and players nearly colliding on that one. Swinging away as Orion somehow has that one dug out. What a play by the Indians. That was Wewell, the libero, blocking that one, though. The Chargers will ultimately get the job done. That was Wewell who got the first dig somehow. I have no idea how. 9-5, though, the score as Tapscott will come in. And serving it up for the Chargers. Leading by 4 here in the third. Little tap over off the hands awkwardly of number 11, Layla Hirschman. And suddenly this lead is ballooned to 5. Surprised the Indians haven't called their timeout yet, their first timeout. 10-5 the score here in the third set. Swinging away. We got a whistle. We're going to have, I think, a violation. It's going to be, that'll be on Brimfield, or it'll be a point for Brimfield, excuse me. Don't know what the call ended up being. Now the officials will come together. As the two officials decide what, I think they're just trying to decide whether or not Brimfield hit the net, I think. Then there was a violation on the Chargers side, so they got to ask whether or not, which came first, I guess. And they say, screw it, we'll try it again. Toss up, let's try it again. So I believe the point is going to get taken away. And it will, 10-5. We'll try it again. So Delaney Tapscott will serve it in again for Orion. And a battle there in front. Nicely done. Indians would get it across. As that one dug out nicely by Wewell. And that one dug out there by Tapscott. The Liberos doing their job here tonight. That one goes out of play off the hands of Orion. Substitution as Jovi Chastain, number 21, will come in and do the serving duties for the Indians. 10-6. Chastain looking to get the run started here. Student section chanting her name here as Jovi Chastain towards the back corner. Oh, wow, that was close. That looked like she was going to get that one to drop, but unlucky there for Chastain. And her service game will come to an end there. 11-6, Orion with a 5-point lead. Will Brimfield get a run going? Service comes in as the Indians looking to fight their way back. As that one punched in front. Over to the far side. That one dug out nicely by Wewell, but running into the stands on the far side is Anya Nelson. Good try by Nelson, but it ends up out of play. 12-6, our score. Service back into play as setting it middle of the court. Anya Nelson, high into the rafters it goes. Nelson sends that one near side. That one off the block. It ends up on the Orion side, excuse me. Brimfield setting it up as that one blocked again in front. Oh, what a play there in front of the net. It's Ellie Milkey. Haven't heard her name much here in set number 2 or 3. But she got in the way of that one. Another block by the Chargers as the lead grows to 7. Biggest lead of the night for the Chargers. And swinging away is that one out of play, and the lead continues to grow. It goes out. Claire Gillis for the Indians couldn't get that one to go. 14-6. The run continues here for the Chargers. Trip to the sectional championship game on the line here as pushing that across the Indians. A battle in front at the net. They're going to say that one did not stay in play, so it'll be a point for the Indians, 14-7. Brimfield trails. Reese Legaspi will come in to do the serving duties. Legaspi serves it in, and we're back underway here as that one just tapped in front. Nicely done. It is Orion's number 7, Claire Harse. She'll get the kill here. First kill I've written down in a while. That's the 4th kill of the night for Harse. Number 7 there. By my tally, scoreboard only has her with 2. And the service comes in. Back underway here as the Indians able to push that one over and right down to the floor. Claire Gillis, her 4th kill here tonight. 15-8. Indians got to get something going. But the Chargers have made it very difficult to get any sort of run going. What a battle this has been. As Wewell will serve that one into play. And just hammered down, but dug out nicely there. Oh, it ends up going to the floor on the Chargers side. 15-9. I don't think either side expected that one to drop. Josie Wewell. And the officials are now talking to the coach's sideline again for the Chargers here. talking to? Is that a trainer? Who are they talking to back there? Oh, they're talking to the student section. Got to keep it classy here, I believe. I don't know. Maybe somebody said something, but. So they're addressing a cell phone light incident that we had here earlier. I believe it was on the Brimfield side. I don't know if Orion responded with it or what the case was there. I did see a light earlier. That one off the top of the net. We're back underway here. Wewell with the serve. Knupp hammers that one down. Oh, Ellie Knupp, that one just way too easy. She's got 7 kills here tonight as the lead back up to 7. (16-9). Chargers with the lead. Trying to punch their ticket into the sectional championship. Over to the far side. That one nicely done. That is a good play there by Anya Nelson. 12 kills tonight for Anya. Doing everything in her power to keep the Indians alive. 16-10. Oops, let me update the scoreboard there. Now we're good to go. In to serve it up is Ashlyn Vaughn. Vaughn will serve that one in just over the top of the net. Scrambling a little bit here is Orion, but Knupp able to push that one across for the Chargers. Over to the far side. That one blocked in front, but it goes out of play. So Anya Nelson will pick up another kill. Nelson lucky to not touch that one. 16-11 our score. Vaughn serves it back in for the Indians and right in front of the net off the top of the block. Sending it over, taps it right down. We got a whistle and a violation. Might have been a carry for the Indians. Indian sideline didn't like that call. 17-11 our score. Ellie Knupp, well, thought she was going to go do the serving. Instead, it's actually going to be Claire Harse. Harse, no aces tonight. Only 4 aces tonight for Orion, 4 on Brimfield as well. Either side really relying on the service. Both sides just doing battle here tonight. It's been a fun one. Here in the third and final set. Who will advance? The punch over for Brimfield, Ava Forney, excuse me. Knupp absolutely hammered that one. She's going to pick up another kill. She's at 8 tonight. And it's 18-11. We got a whistle and a timeout for the Indians. We'll take a break. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live. It's presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call. 18-11 our score. Orion with the 7-point lead here, one of the biggest leads that we've seen here in this match. It's been very closely contested, at least through the first 2 sets, but set number 3, it has been all Orion. Brimfield just tries and tries to get something going, and they haven't been able to do so, and they are running out of points. 7 points away are the Chargers from a trip to the sectional championship, where they'll take on Tremont if they're able to pull this one out. Harse will serve that one back into play, and it ends up out of play. So a service ace for Claire Harse. Right out of the timeout. Things just go from bad to worse for the Indians. Now just 6 points to play with. As Brimfield will set up their offense to the far side. Anya Nelson can't get that one over, and Into the rafters, that one goes in frustration after a dominant first set by Anya Nelson. She's been very quiet here throughout the second and third sets. She still leads the team with 13 kills, but a lot of those came in the first set. There's a nice battle there in front, and it's won by the Chargers. Ellie Knupp will get that one to go again, and another timeout is called as the Chargers sit just 4 points away from a trip to the sectional championship. We'll take 15. We're back after this. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as here in the third and final set. Who will advance to the sectional championship game? Right now, Orion has got a chokehold on this third and final set. They lead at 21-11, just 4 points away. And Claire Harse, serves it in. Tapped over, out of the timeout. Brimfield hoping to get some kind of rally going. Off the top of the block, though, and out of play. It's Ellie Knupp again. Ellie has absolutely taken over here in the third set. She's currently at 10 kills tonight. 22-11, just 3 points away, the Chargers. The return goes over the net. Touchdown at the net. Down to the floor. Sadie Apple, number 16, taps it down. I'll give her a kill on that one. Nicely done by Apple. 2 points away. Chargers need to get something going here. They are running out of time. And we're going to have a whistle and a violation. Running too close to that net, and that sets up match point. 24-11. The Orion fans on their feet. Claire Harse serving for the match and a trip to the sectional championship. Harse will serve that one in off the top of the net. Indians punch that one over. Dug out nicely. And then back towards the middle. Orion side still on their feet. As that one battles in front, and that's going to do it! Orion is going to the sectional championship. The Chargers win in 3 sets, 25-11 in the third, after 2 very hard-fought first 2 sets. The Chargers prevail, and they will take on the Turks of Tremont in Thursday's sectional championship game. What a match. We kind of had a sense after how the first set went that we would be going to a third set. I don't think we expected the third set to end up quite as lopsided as it ended up being, but regardless, the Chargers of Orion have punched their ticket into the sectional championship game, and they will do battle 6 o'clock Thursday night against the Turks of Tremont. Let's take a look at the numbers here before we wrap it up and kind of take a look at the sectional championship game here early. Orion under the leadership of, that is Ellie Knupp. She had one heck of a day here today for the Chargers. She ended up with 10 kills here tonight, also had 2 aces to go along with it. Those were early in the match, but still, they were still very important aces nonetheless. So the Chargers get 10 kills from her, 2 aces, 4 kills tonight for number 7, Claire Harse. She really kind of took control later in the match for Orion. 3 kills here tonight for number 28, that's Ellie Milky. And 3 kills tonight for number 1, that is Mallory Pranchinski. She was excellent defensively, getting a lot of blocks there in front at the net. Number 16 is Sadie Apple. She finished with 3 kills by my count here tonight. 1 kill tonight for number 3, that is Avery Nichols. 1 ace tonight for number 2, Kendall Filler. One ace tonight for number 23, Delaney Tapscott. And I think that's everything for the stat sheet. I don't remember if I mentioned, but Claire Hartz did also have an ace this evening on top of it. 4 aces for Orion, 2 by Nupp, 1 by Delaney Tapscott, 1 by Hartz, and 1 by Kendall Filler. On the Brimfield side, I tell you, it was one heck of an effort by number 16. That is Anya Nelson. She tried everything she could to keep this match close, especially in that final set, but things just did not go their way in that third and final set, as Anya Nelson finishing with a match-high 13 kills, and she also had an ace to go along with that. So pretty good performance for Nelson in the losing effort, unfortunately, for Brimfield. Looking at the rest of the stat line up here, Ava Forney finishing the match with 5 kills tonight. 4 kills tonight for number 24. That's Claire Gillis. Number 23, that is Reese Legaspi, finishing with 3 kills here tonight. Also had an ace. 2 aces tonight for number 21. That is Jovi Chastain. And those were at a very important juncture in the second set, which kind of just turned the momentum in this match. It was so back and forth really through a set and a half that you just didn't know how this match was going to turn, but then Jovi Chastain went up, had an excellent service game, won 3 or 4 points on the serve, including those 2 aces, and it just really felt like Orion took control after that, ended up winning the second set 25-18, and just dominated their way through a third and final set of 25-11. So the Chargers punching their ticket into the sectional championship game, where they will take on Tremont, who, I'm not saying that we didn't expect them to pull it off. I mean, they're a very talented team here tonight, but when you come in looking at the record 20-17, they're battle tested, and they have shown in this postseason run that they are one heck of an out, and they've got a number of players on their roster that cause problems, and they caused a ton of problems with a very talented Rova Williamsfield team here tonight, led by Sawyer Sechrist, and it was just an absolute domination in that first set, or that first match, I should say. So Tremont has to be feeling really, really good, but Orion is going to be there waiting, and they're going to be having they're going to have a tough time with Ellie Nupp. But Tremont, you look at some of the names on the Tremont side. Nora Parsons was unbelievable here tonight. She had 7 kills tonight and 4 aces. It was 4 kills tonight on the Tremont side for Emma Reynolds. She also had 3 aces tonight. I mean, Tremont just did so many good things, and it just looks like they are playing so well right now that they're going to be a tough out. But Orion, again, the way they played that last set and a half, they look like they're going to be a tough out. So I am very excited to see how Thursday plays out here at A-Town High School. And we'll have it for you here on TSSR, as that's going to be a 6 o'clock start. We'll be on the air probably about 5 to 10 minutes beforehand. So we're looking forward to broadcasting that one for you, for you Orion fans out there, and maybe for you Tremont fans out there who were doing a little scouting here tonight. We appreciate you guys for joining us here, as we had a lot of viewers here joining us here, and we certainly appreciate that. That's what we're here for, doing this for families that maybe not be able to be in attendance here this evening, or whatever the case may be. Happy to do this, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, that was some of the best volleyball that we've seen all season long here, and that's what you expect when you get to the sectionals. I mean, these girls are literally just a couple of wins away from a trip to the state tournament. We expect nothing less, as Orion gets the job done here in our second matchup. Orion will take on Tremont, 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you here on TSSR on this very YouTube page, so make sure you join us for that matchup. For our camera girl, Alyssa, my name's Wyatt Reed. It's been an absolute pleasure broadcasting this one. Once again, the Orion Chargers winning over Brimfield here in 3 sets, 22-25, 25-18, 25-11. We'll talk to you on Thursday in the sectional championship at A-Town High School here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.